Hello, dear friends, subscribers. This is your host Ram. Once again, coming back to you now on my series of cricket previews for the ICC T20 World Cup, which is officially starting on 8th of March in India. And now the next team that I'm going to do a preview. The first one, as you know, the first one was India, and then it was New Zealand. And now it's going to be South Africa. And South Africa, as you know, they are definitely, as far as the format, the one day international format and the T20 format is concerned, South Africa are definitely on a roll. They are on a high here. They did, and also for South Africa, one thing going for them is that when they came to India, they definitely struggled in test matches, but they had the upper hand on India on the T20 and one day international matches, as you would remember. So definitely South Africa would be another ones who could be probably called contenders there, because they have a good mix. They are in some good form. They have some good players, and I think they are well stocked in all the departments, and they could be a sort of some real mighty opposition there, South Africa. The only problem for South Africa is that they are known as chokers. They have always, as we all know, one does not know when is the day going to come that South Africa are going to dismiss their tag as chokers, as they have already been getting the tag, and they are a bit probably when it comes to brass tacks, I think they become a bit unpredictable, unfortunately. But let's have a look at the South African team and their chances for the ICC T20 World Cup. As far as South Africa is concerned, they are led by a wonderful batsman, du Plessis, he's a T20 specialist captain for South Africa. So he'll be leading the team, and they are doing well. They have been on a high. They beat India, then they beat England in a very close matches, and then now yesterday they beat Australia. So they definitely are the ones who are a team to watch, no doubt about it, because one has to go by the form. If you go by the form, I think South Africa could also be one of the contenders there. Well, let's see the South African team. So du Plessis leading the team. The batting is looking solid. Hashim Amla is another one who really has got his wristy magic going now, so he's getting into some form there. Quinton de Kock, as always, he's also another one who has really he has grown up pretty quickly now as far as international cricket is concerned, so that is good news. Now Dumini, according to me, is the one as far as Dumini is concerned, he's there in the mix of 15 probables for the World Cup. Not probable, 15 players for the World Cup. Well, I know Dumini is a very good competitor, in the sense he's a very good performer. He can bat, bowl and field, no doubt about it. But what it all comes to is that it would be interesting to see whether South Africa would be having Dumini in their ranks, because I tend to have the feeling that he has been a sort of a considerable failure, and South Africa have been giving him a real long rope, well, it's all for JP Dumini to capitalize, so that is something that they would be hoping for. So Dumini, I'm not really sure whether he would be playing in all the matches for South Africa, because he seems to be a sort of a weak link there, but Dumini, well, if he can really turn it on, that would be fantastic for South Africa. AB de Villiers, we all know one of the most dangerous batsmen in international cricket, and especially considering it's T20 cricket, he's known as a 360 degrees player. He can come up with some weird innovations. He can do anything. He can just play around. He can toy with the bowlers. He's such a batsman, and if you get his wicket early, then definitely the opposition will say that they would have a chance. So he's such a type of player. He's a very, very dangerous player in international cricket today. Farhan Bahardeen is another one who has really showed that he could be the sort of a utility person in the South African squad with his batting, bowling and fielding. And then they have David Miller, who is in some good form. He has He has not in some great form, but definitely in the match yesterday against Australia, he really came into some very good form by tonking the ball well and taking his team to victory. So David Miller is another one to watch out for. Because they are the ones who are sort of specialists. They love T20 cricket. They are basically made for such cricket because their game is pretty aggressive. And they have David Weiss, the all-rounder. He's another one who is now slowly getting into this South African mix, and that would be interesting to see because he's another one who is also a good hitter of the ball. And he also bowls well and he chips into the wickets. That's the important part. He comes in and picks up wickets, and he also keeps the runs to a minimum. So that he would be another interesting bloke. And I think David Weiss on Indian wickets would be someone that one could watch out for. Now again, as far as pace bowlers are concerned, yes, South Africans are absolutely well stocked in the pace department. Dale Steyn has not played a game for quite a long time, so it will be interesting to see how he goes. One was probably waiting for Dale Steyn to actually get an opportunity yesterday, but unfortunately he didn't. Whether tomorrow in the second T20 match against Australia he would be playing, that is the question. Or probably South Africa want to really reserve him and bring him only for the T20 World Cup. Now, in my opinion, I think that would be the better one to do because Dale Steyn is one of their spearheads there, and everyone, anyone when it comes to the World Cup, they want to play. So why risk Dale Steyn? I think Dale Steyn should be preserved, and one should see him only in the T20 World Cup. I wish he does not play in any of those two matches that South Africa are playing, and Dale Steyn he's always another one who's always a threat to the opposition, no doubt about it. And then they have Kagiso Rabada, much improved bowler now, a sort of a man who's going to take the baton from Dale Steyn. So one can expect some real pace and fire coming from these two blokes. And then they have Imran Tahir. Now Imran Tahir is another one who has been bowling a very good line. He has been having the wood over the opposition. He bowled well against England. He did well against Australia too. And he's one who is another one to watch out for. He's not the old one where he's having a lot of variety. He has worked on his bowling probably, and now he's bowling a better line in this format of the game. It makes it very difficult for the batsman to really go after him as it ends up in wickets. So he's another one who is definitely going to be another vital person in this South African squad. And then Arun Fangiso, the left arm spin bowler, he has been. Now he's one who wouldn't be playing according to me because he has been called for throwing. First he was suspected of throwing, and then it has been finally proved that Arun Fangiso is chucking, and Arun Fangiso is also out of the mix. And then Chris Morris. Now Chris Morris, as you know, he was first the $1 million guy in the Indian Premier League 2016, and he would be hoping to. He came into the South African team against England. He started first. First, he was made popular when Chris Morris was the $1 million guy in the Indian Premier League 2016 when the auctions were going on, and then he showed that why he was the $1 million guy in this match against matches against England, where he single-handedly took them on and brought the South Africans victory. And not only that, now another thing for Chris Morris would be he's going to be playing in front of the Indian crowd, which is going to see this $1 million guy in the Indian Premier League. So Chris Morris would love to actually make his country proud and also come up with those with the wares that the Indian crowd is waiting to watch him for, because they know that they would be watching him in the Indian Premier League, and people would know why he's the $1 million guy in the Indian Premier League 2016. And then they have Really Rozu, who's another talented player, a very attractive player to watch too, Really Rozu. So this is the team mix, and as I said, South Africa on their current form, according to me, are definitely one of the contenders. There's no doubt about it. They, as I said, they are chokers. Now, the only thing that one has to see is that whether they can turn it on, in the sense they can show to it that they can really go on and dismiss this particular tag that they have as chokers. So that is as far as the South African team is concerned. Now we look at the next team, and that is going to be a big rival for India, and that is none other than Pakistan. Now this is going to be very, very interesting. Now the World Cup, when it comes, one has to say that any time, whether it is the World Cup, any format of any World Cup, Pakistan is one team which has always struggled against India. They are in the same group as India, the host India, but when it comes to the World Cup, they have their real struggles. I mean, when it comes to especially to face India, they definitely don't have things going for them. So it will be interesting to see whether Pakistan can notch up their first win. And I have to tell you one thing, that India and Pakistan played in the Asia Cup, and India defeated them. In fact, they bowled them out for 82, and what a contest. That is one of the, to me, in this T20 World Cup, if at all, it would be the contest of the World Cup is definitely going to be the titanic clash between India and Pakistan as usual. And definitely India have the wood over them, no doubt about it, after beating them in the Asia Cup. And Pakistan have not even made it to the finals. But one good thing for them is that yesterday they had a psychological victory over Sri Lanka, so that would really boost their morale. And Pakistan, as we always know, they always have the sort of the unpredictability to them. And we saw in the Asia Cup they were bowled out for 82 by India. So India would definitely fancy their chances. But again, one can't right away say that Pakistan are the ones who would definitely fail. In the sense they are led. I mean, it's not about failing, but basically it's all about Pakistan. One thing that Pakistan needs to do, to my opinion, is that they have to get their fielding going. Their fielding seems to be a bit ragged at times, and that is something that they need to address pretty quickly. And I would definitely give Pakistan a chance in India, because all the subcontinental teams have similar type of pitches with the same climes in their own countries. So basically, I think they are very, very well stocked, and they know what to expect. And I think one has to definitely give the subcontinental teams a chance. So in that matter, I would say India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh, everyone would have probably a chance, because they are coming. This is the type of cricket that they play in their own grounds there. So, but again, one has to wait and watch, like what pitch is prepared by India. And Shahid Afridi is the one. Now, Shahid Afridi, one would remember. I still remember the statement, which something I don't know whether others remember it, and I'm sure Shahid Afridi remembers that statement. Shahid Afridi, the Pakistan captain, is definitely under pressure, as he made a statement saying that if at all Pakistan come into the finals, his dream is to bring Pakistan into the finals of the ICC T20 World Cup, and he said that he would like to have that clash against India in the T20 World Cup in India, and if at all, and he wants Pakistan to beat India in the T20 World Cup finals. If at all such a scenario happens, then Shahid Afridi said that is the day he would definitely announce his retirement. Now, I would say wishful thinking for Shahid Afridi there, but definitely one hopes that something that Shahid Afridi is probably dreaming, it definitely happens, because Pakistan would be pretty happy, because an India-Pakistan clash in the T20 World Cup, I don't know what to say. I mean, you can't expect anything better than an India-Pakistan clash. But again, wouldn't be able to say that. It is something which has to happen. But again, as I said, it is in no way looking at other teams. We all know that India-Pakistan clash is something which is a mouth-watering proposition. And as I said, Shahid Afridi made that statement. And whether Shahid Afridi can really take this Pakistan team. Yes, definitely they have talent, no doubt about it. But again, one sees that Khurram Manzoor, who was a total failure in the Asia Cup, he's figuring in this T20 World Cup for Pakistan. Now, for me, whether Khurram Manzoor will definitely get a chance. And looking at this Pakistan squad, what I would really say here is that Sarfraz Ahmed has been promoted as one drop in the Asia Cup, and he has definitely come up trumps. Why not? And we see that the Pakistan have been struggling as far as the opening combination is concerned. I would rather say that Pakistan should go for the same experiment that they did in the 50 overs World Cup in Australia, where Sarfraz Ahmed was promoted to open the batting. So I would, from here, as a host of this Cricket Happening show, I would be looking at Mohammad Hafiz and Sarfraz Ahmed opening the innings, because Sarfraz Ahmed, I can tell you very clearly, he's in some form, and he's a very dangerous opening batsman according to me, if he gets going. So Sarfraz Ahmed and Mohammad Hafiz, to me, should be opening the innings for Pakistan. And then the solidity is there, and you have seen in the Asia Cup, this Pakistan team, as far as batting is concerned, it has revolved around Shoaib Malik, Sarfraz Ahmed and Umar Akmal, because the top order has been totally shaved off by the opposition, and then the pressure comes on, and I think Shoaib Malik, Umar Akmal, that is another good news for Pakistan, that Umar Akmal is looking his full self right now, and he's also scoring very consistently. Shoaib Malik is the one who is going to lend the solidity to the Pakistan team. So I think these three players are going to be very important for Pakistan. And then they have a new bloke by the name Mohammad Nawaz. Now Mohammad Nawaz is an all-rounder, but when I've seen that after doing well in the Pakistan Super League, he got an entry into the Pakistan team, but he has definitely seen that international cricket is something much tougher than the Pakistan Super League. As far as the other blokes are concerned, the Pakistan team, they have Imad Wasim, who is an all-rounder, and then they have Babar Azam. Babar Azam was very impressive with his bat, and when I've seen that Babar Azam is one who likes to get on with the game, likes to play strokes, and I would be really definitely interested in seeing Babar Azam getting some chances in this Pakistan team in those matches. And then have Iftikhar Ahmed, who can bat. Anwar Ali is a decent bowler. The Pakistan pace bowling is well stocked again. Mohammad Amir, in the Asia Cup also, even though India bowled out Pakistan for 82, he showed what a difficult customer he can be. Mohammad Amir, he's totally world class, and that is the best thing according to me to happen for Pakistan, and he would play a vital role in this T20 World Cup for Pakistan's chances. And then Mohammad Irfan, even if the Indian wickets are not going to help him, it really doesn't matter, because Mohammad Irfan, by height, with his very enormous height that he has, he can generate some very good bounce on the pitch, and he can also get some real lift out of the pitch, and which could really put some batsmen in a tangle. So Mohammad Irfan and Mohammad Amir, I would say it would be a good combination there. And then they have Anwar Ali. Wahab Riaz, unfortunately, we saw that the Asia Cup was not something that you would like to remember, because he was totally off colour in the Asia Cup, and one would be hoping that Wahab Riaz can shrug them off and come up with a very good performance in the T20 World Cup. I mean, we know Wahab Riaz, what a capable bowler he is. And then they have a rookie by the name Ruman Raiz. He's another a rookie pace bowler, and he's another one who has he has done well in the Pakistan domestic tournaments, and he has merited an inclusion, and I'm told he's pretty quick too. So it'll be interesting to see whether he gets an opportunity in the T20 World Cup. Now, as I said, Pakistan definitely, the problem for Pakistan has been the unpredictability, and for me, the one thing that I am going to look at is one thing. Pakistan, always it's sort of a jinx that they have. They have never beaten India in a single match in any format of the World Cup, and whether this time they will have an opportunity. Now, again, considering that they had a very bad Asia Cup, one probably wouldn't be giving Pakistan any chances. But as I said, if the Pakistan fielding can be up to the mark, and then the batting and bowling can support them, then who knows, we might still have probably a contest where I would have probably spoken early today. But definitely one looks forward to this Pakistan team also giving a good performance in the T20 World Cup. So that really concludes this preview here, which was Pakistan and South Africa in the ICC T20 World Cup. So once again, my dear fans, subscribers, just be rooted on to your sets here, rooted on to your websites on YouTube and Ustream, and I'll be after once I complete this, I'll be back with my the other